Lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth, the time of the singing of birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
That doesn't care about the odds as a baseball team to match. Tigers will not stop. Okay, see you later. You know the Tigers won again. It's actually happening. Eddie Nathan Cat. Grand slam for Kerry Carpenter. This place is a powder keg. That was awesome.
For the first time since early August, Tigers franchise returns here on opening day. An unfortunate end, we all know it, for Tigers franchise last year. Updating gear, updating player attributes, and that corrupted the save file. While we were leading the American League Central, one of the better records in the American League, and it just all came crashing down and put a premature end to Tigers franchise a year ago. Let's hope that's not the case this time around, because, I mean, it's such a grind, Tigers franchise is. It's almost every day from now until potentially the end of October that we have a game to play. So, you know, just so much time that you put into it. And, you know, not only just the games, but, you know, fixing the players, and we're going to get into that here a bit in a second. But it's a very time-consuming series. It's why I think it's probably been, since this channel started, probably the most popular series. So, without further ado, let's get into the roster that we have to deal with here on opening day. Current Tigers Major League roster, that starts with our opening day starter, Tarek Skubal. Kerry Carpenter, the best hitter we have on this team, when a right-hander is on the mound. He is not in the lineup IRL today, but I don't know what we're going to do about that. That's going to be an interesting thing here if we can mess around with it. Another one of the cornerstones, Riley Green, playing in the outfield. Jack Flaherty, traded at the deadline last year. He is now back. Reese Olson, I am very excited about this season. Not only did he have a pretty good year in 2024, but they've also updated Reese Olson's likeness, so he actually looks like Reese Olson now. Same can't be said for Tyler Holton, and this brings me into the first point of player likenesses. So obviously not everybody in the game is face scan. I had gotten everybody. Well, so this is a quick fix for Tyler Holton. He looked way worse about 15 minutes ago. But Tyler Holton and others don't have face scans, and I had them looking mostly normal as to their real-life counterparts. But before I went live today, I did remember that I needed to redo franchise because I didn't have the settings set up to the point that I could turn manual injuries on. Which, of course, if you've never seen Tigers franchise before, if a real-life roster move is made, call up, send down, injury, we make it in franchise too. And now we kind of deviated a bit away from that, and I think this is probably the best setup that we've ever had to do this, because I finally took the time to get it right. Whereas last year, I thought we were in a good spot because we turned CPU roster control on. No. Because then we realized that, injuries don't happen. Injuries are off if CPU roster control is on. So then I'm like, oh, okay, well, you can manually injure. No, you can't. Not if CPU roster control is on. So even though I thought I learned last year, I didn't. So I had to redo it when I got home today and turn CPU roster control off on a new franchise, which is why some of the players are still going to look a little bit goofy. I did a quick fix just before this to get that right. But now we can go in and auto-injure, and we'll get back to the roster here in a moment. We just go to the injured list without CPU roster control turned on, and in the main settings and in the franchise settings, turn injury on that setting onto manual. And then when you're in the IL tab, you just tab over to manage injuries, and you can auto-injure anybody. So that is what we're going to do for that. So that does create a little bit of an issue here today as to CPU roster control is off, which means I don't believe I'm going to be able, unless I can go in really quickly, turn it on, change the Dodgers starting rotation, and then turn it back off again. Tyler Glasnow will be starting for the Dodgers and not Blake Snell. If we can figure that out really quickly, we will do that. But anyway, back to the roster. We left off at Tyler Holton. New additions for the Tigers this year. Possibly one of the most promising ones, if you will, is Gleyber Torres. We shall see how that works out. And now we head into the sad part. 3 center fielders for the Detroit Tigers are injured here on opening day, and our best one, Parker Meadows, is one of them. So he will be out. He's on the 60-day IL, unfortunately for us right now. Gonna be a while until he comes back. Spencer Torkelson, Lord knows what AJ Hinch is gonna do with him this season. It's a real big year for Torque to stay on this Tigers roster. That is assured. He's been floated around in the outfield in spring training. He's been booted out of first base in favor of Colt Keith, who we'll see in a second. Who knows what this season holds for Torque? Last year we had to send him down when he was one of the leading home run hitters in our franchise at that point in the season. We had to send like the 3rd leading home run hitter in the American League down to the Toledo Mud Hens. So we'll see if we rake similarly with Spencer Torkelson this season. Probably not. He does still have decent power. The contact is just really bad all the way around. Will Vest, one of the more reliable members of our bullpen. Alex Cobb, I would love to just gloss over this. Free agent signing for the Tigers. No idea how well it's going to work out. He starts the season injured as well. Death, taxes, Andy Ibanez, base hits against lefties. We'll see if we get to see that today or not. But Andy Ibanez promises to be a very big part of our season. Especially when, you know, you're facing a lefty, there's no Kerry Carpenter. Well, then all of a sudden you got pretty good contact and some okay power for Andy Ibanez. Might just fill that gap a little bit. We did not use Andy anywhere near enough last year. We actually got to head back over here to the Major League roster so we don't have to go through the entire minor league system. Brant Herter never sniffed Tigers franchise a year ago. It got corrupted, I think, before Brant Herter had made it to the roster. He is in the bullpen for us. Middle relief, maybe a setup guy. We'll find out. Colt Keith. Now it's back to Colt Keith looking how he did for most of last season, because again, I did have to kind of quick fix these things, and the defaults for some of these players are just awful. We are going to go in and fix his hat, by the way. He does not wear a hat that curved. Tommy Kahnle, late signing for Detroit to add on to that bullpen. Hopefully a very exciting addition. We shall see. Rake Rogers himself. Jake Rogers back behind home plate. We actually did fairly well with Jake Rogers power-wise last year, including hitting the first home run of the season. with Jake Rogers. We'll see if that's the case here today as well, because it was in spring training, the only home run we hit in the one game that we did play. Casey Mize, probably in that 3-4 spot in the rotation, let's be honest, probably 4, but still kicking around. Matt Vierling waited until July to hit our first home run with Matt Vierling a year ago. It's going to be a little bit longer. He's another one of those center fielders that is injured right now for the Tigers, only on the 15-day IL right now. Javier Baez at short, or maybe the outfield. He's another one that the Tigers just don't know what to do with. We'll see what the case might be for Javier Baez, and does he survive the season on this Tigers team? You just don't know. Fire up chips, Zach McKinstry is back as our utility guy, can play just about everywhere. Primary position shortstop, second, third, left, and center. Although, let's be honest, he could play anywhere if the game would allow me to change that. Bo Breesky, currently set up as the closer. I can't imagine that Bo is going to be that guy. I guess we'll see. But I would certainly think that role goes to Tyler Holton, especially with the pitching rotation intact for the moment. And speaking of that pitching rotation, Jackson Jobe does make the opening day roster out of camp as the 5th starter. Very excited about his future, of course. Really pumped up. Now, unfortunately, though, that's not a face scan, but that is the Jackson Jobe that we are stuck with. I cannot edit him. Wenzel Perez, we get to that final center fielder that is down to start this season. They didn't do him any favors with the look either. Doesn't really look anything like Wenzel. We'll fix that in due time. And again, only 15-day IL for Wenzel Perez, so nothing to be concerned about. Trey Sweeney, acquired in the Jack Flaherty trade last deadline day. Trey Sweeney gives us an option at shortstop. And then Manuel Margot, late addition with all of the outfield injuries that the Tigers have suffered. Let's be honest, it's just filling the gap. However, against lefties, he might be somewhat useful, Margot. 75 contact, I'm just now realizing that. Power is useless, but that might not be so bad in the short term. Not quick, though. So center field, probably not a very good option for him. John Brebbia in the bullpen. Brennan Hanafy, backup catcher. Dylan Dingler, as we continue to go through this Tigers roster. Dylan going to back up Jake Rogers. Kenta Maeda made the team. I'm not really sure how. Maybe it was out of sheer need. But Kenta is here. And unfortunately, so is Ryan Kreidler. This was a big surprise to me. No Justin Henry Malloy on the opening day roster. It is Ryan Kreidler. And those are your 2025 opening day Detroit Tigers.
It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. So the Detroit Tigers find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute.
This is
All right, just about ready for baseball. And our pitcher in this game, Tyler Glasnow. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 350
Welcome to opening day. Tigers and Dodgers. Andy Ibanez leading off against Tyler Glasnow in the first pitch of the season. Misses inside. Unfortunate that this is the lineup we got and that we can't face Blake Snell today, but is what it is. You battle through adversity. Ooh, got the edge. Slider.
That's strike one.
2-0. Rather 1-1.
display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Nearly got a hit there on that. As we will just kind of smush that down there a little bit. Might be thrown away in at bat here, but hey, this is actually helping us out. 3-1 from Tyler Glasnow to Andy Ibanez. Got the outside edge. No mistakes yet from Glasnow, a guy that's probably not going to make very many. Fastball going to need reach nearly triple digits. And missed inside. First at bat of the season for Andy Ibanez, and that's a walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2.
Good stuff.
And I tell you what,
Gleyber Torres, his first at bat as a Tiger. Only 4 pitches for Tyler Glasnow, but most of them very, very good. Ooh. Wow. I was that far out in front on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Timing a little unfortunate to start the day. Our first real swing. In the air. Hit pretty well there by Gleyber. Not deep enough, and Andy Ibanez will retreat to first base.
Batting third, the left fielder.
Good first swing there from Gleyber. We'll, of course, see who hits the first home run of the season in Tigers franchise. We mentioned it pre-game. Last year, it was Jake Rogers.
In the wild card round and took the Guardians to the brink in the ALDS. It was their first winning season in almost a decade. So we'll see if they
Margot will do it. He's got no power. 1 on, 1 away for Riley Green. First pitch is a strike. So with the IRL lineup against the pitcher that they were not supposed to face today, I think I'm going to limit myself. We will be able to use the bench today, not until Tyler Glasnow leaves the game, I think is a fair thing.
Glasnow, ready and deals.
Slider will miss away.
Nasty backdoor slider.
From Tyler
really
Glasnow.
You can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
1-1. Ah, man.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Curveball is so good. First time we've really seen him throw it like that. Absolutely filthy 1-2 on Green. Check swing, slider found the corner.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider.
Riley Green, the first strikeout of the season.
See very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up.
Certainly thought that slider was going to come farther inside. I mean, Glasnow's is so good, but controlled that one well, and here is Torkelson.
Now it's going to be Spencer
Ball 1.
Torkelson, and that's down and away.
Well, I don't know how many runs got scored in your game. I missed the end of that. 1-0 count on Torque.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him
Late on 95 after we were out in front on 96. Might be one of those games where it takes me a while to kind of get into a little bit of a groove. In the dirt. Good block by Will Smith behind home plate. So 2-1 here on Torkelson. Shorter at bat for Gleyber Torres. Not really a long at bat for Riley Green either, but we still made Tyler Glasnow throw at least a respectable number of pitches.
The 2-1.
And into right field. That one will get caught in the inning.
And that'll do it.
Fastball 96, middle in.
And now the Dodgers.
And the Andy Ibanez walk does not come back to bite the Dodgers. See Tarek Skubal On the mound for the Tigers, it's Freeman, Betts, and Ohtani.
And we're back.
Well, here it is, the unanimous Cy Young Award winner from a year ago, Tarek Skubal. We were not going to do that in Tigers franchise last year. We kind of blew Tarek's season in the early going. Made 3 starts in our first 7 games, and it was that starting him in the home opener that really came back to bite us.
And a foul ball.
Not a great first pitch. I have not pitched a lot in this game, so timing might still be off, but hopefully by the end of this we'll be a little bit better. Good slider, but Freddie Freeman just takes it into left field.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I mean, this Dodgers lineup loaded top to bottom. We'll see if we are able to see that here in a second. 2 pitches in, and the Dodgers got a hit.
And now it's Mookie Betts.
Slider right on the low outside corner. That is about as good as you can throw it, but good against good here. The sinker will miss. To Mookie Betts batting second in today's game.
He can do it all. He's won World Series.
Change up, chop foul. We left that up too. And we're certainly going to have to get that timing on the pitching figured out sooner than later, because if we don't, it could be a rough day.
Next pitch is outside. Freeman gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
3-1. Oh boy. Change up. Ooh. Possible double play. Javi on to first. Not going to be in time. Lead runner in Freeman is out.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal.
Just hit a little bit too slow there by Mookie. Change up, just chopped. Well, here's the test. Shohei Ohtani.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Ohtani
can't be leaving those up there.
His most recent game.
And in a right.
Liner, base hit.
Throw from Margot goes into third. 2 on, 1 away for the Dodgers.
Holds at second with 1 gone.
Batting fourth, the third baseman.
Nice line drive to pull side, met it out.
It'll be Max Muncy.
Threw it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And that one gets through. It'll be a throw from Margot that I don't think has a chance on that. 1-0 Dodgers, as they are all over us, and oddly enough, that was not that bad of a pitch. At least I don't think so.
I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
It's not good, but it's nowhere near as bad as I thought, and the Dodgers just continue to find holes. I can't get that sinker for a strike right now. I just can't time it.
Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Change. Oh.
2 balls, no strikes.
Of all times for that to happen. 2-0. 3-0.
In the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Oh, we got squeezed on 2 pitches there.
Take the bat off his shoulder the entire at-bat.
Bases are loaded for Will Smith. And on the ground. This again. Why is Baez the one to field that?
Very difficult to get anybody.
2-0 LA.
Had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. So bases
what on earth just happened there?
And here is Andy
the 7th Dodger to bat in the inning, still only 1 out.
And that's in there for strike 1. Bases loaded.
Andy Pages, lowest overall player on the Dodgers roster today. And back up the middle, it's through. Disaster has struck Detroit in the first inning. 4-0 LA.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
I mean, this is kind of what we expected, let's be honest.
Tommy Edman at the plate.
Well,
Tommy Edman.
Inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
In the air to center. This is going to get another run home. Ryan Kreidler out there.
Runner tags from third.
5-0 LA.
And that situation,
well, you looked at this game at the start and said, I mean, if you don't win with Tarek, it's a very good chance you start 0-3, especially with what we're missing, and it's going to have to be some cardiac cats action, I think, the rest of the way, and Tarek, of course, going to have to pitch a lot better.
Miguel Rojas at the plate.
First inning of the season for the LA Dodgers, and they are going to bat around.
With 2 away. And that's off the outside edge. And the count now 2-0.
Change up, just a mistake pitch, but in comes Manuel Margot out there and right. A 5-run inning for LA. And all the hype for opening day just smacked us in the face.
The Dodgers 5 and the Tigers nothing.
Oy, oy, oy. Ryan Kreidler is playing center field.
All set for the start.
That's going all about Ryan Kreidler, his favorite player.
Margot.
Well, Tigers up against it, and it's only the second inning. Manuel Margot against Tyler Glasnow.
Back to work.
First pitch swinging, fly ball to shallow center, and an over-the-shoulder catch.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know.
Tried to get a little action early in the count, and
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers.
Oh boy. Well, here's Colt Keith. Glasnow starts the inning with 2 strikes.
A really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt.
Took that one, 0-1. Went to the 2-seamer there.
Glasnow back to work, the 0-1.
Got the call. And that's really unfortunate. I mean, Skubal had 2 balls right around the knees that were about those 50-50 type calls, and he did not get either one of them. Resulted in a walk, and Glasnow got that. In the air to left, a little bit too much air underneath that. It'll be the second out here of inning number 2.
2 down. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone
is? It'll be Javi Baez.
Yeah, I think
nobody on, 2 away.
Up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like.
See if Javi can be the one to jumpstart us.
To deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Ooh, just low there from Glasnow.
At the plate now. That's ball 1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more
good second pitch there from Glasnow.
By teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of
2-1 on Baez
a little bit.
That's great.
And first Tigers hit of the season, yes. Javier Baez with a 2-out single. What?
The catcher, number 34, Jake Rogers.
And up next for Detroit, Jake Rogers.
So now Jake Rogers, 8th batter of the order.
And a swing and a miss.
Tried to just jump on something. I mean, down 5-0 in the blink of an eye.
Back in 2016.
Gonna make us do some stupid things, surely.
Next
down low
is down low.
Yeah, no kidding.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Couple of sliders to start the AB. Late on 96 from Glasnow, and we're still not even really seeing his best fastball. Fouled off a nasty, nasty slider. No indication of what it was. Just went straight down.
And a pitch.
That'll miss away all the way to the backstop here. Will advance Javi
allows the runner to advance.
up to second
Nobody
base.
on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside. And
Missed
the
with a
catcher wishes he could have
curveball
done
about
more to try to
a
stop
foot
it.
and a half out of the zone. 2-2 on Rogers. Missed
Outside
again.
low. 3-2 now.
Oh, please. Let Jake Rogers be the one to do it, because Ryan Kreidler is not going to do anything. If Ryan Kreidler drives in the first run of the season, I'm going to lose my shit. Fouled away. Another one of those sliders from Glasnow. This isn't doing too much. It's the same pitch he threw pitch number 4. Oh, just banked.
One left for Detroit.
Another one
Still
down
looking
at the
that
knees.
5-0
Rogers can't
deficit.
get it done. 5-0 Dodgers. Bottom 2.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, home of the World
Well,
Series
second inning
champs. Last year
has
was a
got to
good
be
one
better
the
for
Dodger
Tarek
faithful,
Skubal. Faces
singing
the same
LA winning their
first
second title
3
in the last
in
5
the order,
years.
and
what a
Freddie
year,
Freeman.
Boog, and that makes it 8 championships in franchise history.
Perfect on the first
Tremendous
pitch up the
job
middle.
all
I just
around.
can't
They won
pitch
the
right
Shohei
now.
Sweepstakes, led baseball in attendance,
This is
had the
it was a
best
rough
record
adjustment. It was a rough couple
off of the World
days.
Series.
When we first got our hands on the game, trying to learn how to hit. For one, in the new game, because you know there's always a
No,
few
I don't
differences
think so,
out
Boog.
there.
I mean, that's just the best feeling
And
in the
2,
world.
not
They're
gaming
squared
on
up perfectly.
a
It looks like
720p
they didn't even
TV
swing
anymore
the
and
bat.
having an actual
There are times
response
the ball
time.
feels heavy off
We
your
don't
bat,
have that
you know
timing
it,
right
but
now with the
this is
pitching.
not one of those cases. He sent this one
In the
flying
air to center.
114 miles per
Ryan
hour, so
Kreidler running
that's
back
flexing
to
your
get it.
muscles a little bit.
Kreidler makes the grab.
Big first
one away.
out. Terrible throw, however, from Kreidler on the way in. Center field, probably not going to be the best place for him to be.
So, man aboard. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani is 1 for 1.
The single so far. And
Slider
immediately pumps
in
it a
for
strike
strike
to the
1.
left-handed hitter.
When you're struggling out there on the mound,
There's just
hitters
not really
know
much
that
of a good
there'll be plenty of
attack
opportunities
against
within the
Shohei.
bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Scooble winds and deals.
Down
That
0-2.
catches the corner.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Curveball, uh-oh.
That one
Ohtani just slices one into the left center field gap. Ryan Kreidler there to field it. It'll be a triple for Ohtani,
Not in time. He's
and it is
safe.
6-0.
Timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Wow.
Runner at third with one gone.
Curveball
Max
just didn't
Muncy
hit
at
the
dish.
spot we needed it
1 for
to.
1 with a single and a run scored so far. In for a strike. It's 0-1. One thing with
Man, oh,
Max
man.
Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball.
Well,
In for a
0-2. We've
strike.
got 2 strike
0-2.
counts each of the last 2
Those
ABs.
first 2 pitches now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That one just misses.
That's another
Down
one we
1-2.
did not get. Same corner that Glasnow hit, and he got that call. Fouled away by Muncy. As we're starting to make a little bit of progress in terms of pitching decently. Fouled away by Muncy again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Already an ugly game.
Ohtani takes his lead at third with one away.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Down goes Max
That's tough.
Muncy.
You see it well. I mean, that
First
was clearly
strikeout
up and out of the strike
of
zone,
the
but
day
that's
of
not
the
the way it
season
stands.
The left fielder.
But when you
For
see
Derek
it
Skubal, and there's 2 away. And if we can keep that extra Dodgers run from scoring,
that pitch. If I can see it really
all
well at
the
that level, I
more
can't
chance we
catch
can
up
come
to that
back
pitch
in
when
this
a
thing.
pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Hernandez
Wow, what the
stands in
fuck?
now and watches strike 1.
Perfect timing on that pitch release, and it missed on the complete opposite side of the plate.
Strike 2.
Changeup will miss the bat of Teoscar Hernandez. Foul. Slider control. Not sure if this is smart or not.
2 outs.
Oh, no! What is it? What is this now? Like 6-0 Dodgers in terms of the umpire's favorable calls? It's the second.
That one misses.
You can't be serious on that one. And that's the worst one of them all. It's a strikeout pitch.
Even out the count.
Got him on that one.
That's a strikeout.
Couple extra pitches, but Derek Skubal, 2 strikeouts that inning. The Dodgers add on another one. Ryan Kreidler, Andy Ibanez, and Gleyber Torres due up for Detroit, and it's a long road back.
Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. And the batter now, Ryan Kreidler.
Kreidler just a 119 average in 2024 in limited action. Ground ball,
down
foul.
the line, and that's just foul.
I think that's the best fastball velocity-wise we've seen today from Glasnow, 97.
It's got to come
Down in
one
front.
at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch, make that guy on the mound
And
run,
then
get you out.
late on a curve. Guessed wrong, 0-2.
Swing and a
3-pitch
miss,
strikeout
and
for
struck
Ryan
him
Kreidler.
out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Just a mid-90s
Third strikeout
challenge
for
baseball
Tyler
right there.
Glasnow.
Not much
Andy
to it.
Ibanez
Sure
led
they'd
off
love
the
another
game
swing
with a
at it
walk.
because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself.
And
as a hitter
ripped
and say,
down the
"God,
left
I
field
missed that,"
line,
but
foul.
What happens? He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Went with the 2-seam there, 96 that came across, throwing 1 on Ibanez. And then he ramped it up, 97 up and
Just threw
in.
that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location,
Oh,
very
boy.
difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
A
Next
miss
offering misses
on the
down and
0-2.
away.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much.
Ibanez,
An
one of
0-2
2
count.
Tigers
Just trying to
base runners to
overthrow
this
that
point in the
pitch.
game. I just
Three,
froze.
and that's 2 in a row.
Fourth
Back-to-back
strikeout now
strikeouts to
for
start the
Glasnow.
frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in. And
We
getting
are
a feel for his
in over
pitches,
our
throwing them
heads
where he
here
wants to
in
right
LA.
now.
That
So
is
we'll see how
quite
long he can
apparent.
keep this
It's
streak
just
going.
such a rough start to the year, especially compared to last year. Winners on opening day a year ago against the White Sox. Oh, my.
Torres, the next to
And
hit,
then you got to
takes
come
ball
in
1.
here and face
outs,
the
base
defending
is
World
empty.
Series champions. Oh, yeah.
That one
Ooh,
misses.
didn't get the call.
And the count is 2-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a
Finally,
6-run
the
lead.
umpires
At
do
this point,
screw
gotta
the
attack
Dodgers on
hitters,
one.
even if you give up a solo shot.
And now 2-1.
Went to the slider. Both pitches, the first 2 inside. Slider fades away. And 3-1.
Missing inside.
Put a base runner on for Riley Green. You just never know.
That's
Ooh, just
tried
missed.
Another fastball, but missed the spot.
Second
That's a
walk
really
of the
good
game
take
for
right
Tyler
there, and that's
Glasnow.
just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a
Ibanez
team,
and
you can take that
Torres.
pitch
Riley
because
Green was
you
the first
still have one more
strikeout
strike to
victim
work with. Not easy to lay off,
of
but he did an
Glasnow.
excellent job in that plate appearance.
Green batting for the
Inside
second
at
time,
98.
and that's strike 1.
2-seamer at
There
98,
was a
no
high
less.
velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration
0-1.
from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch
Ground
inside
ball,
the zone
foul.
and trust it.
This can't straighten that fastball out right now. It's been a rough go. And in the dirt. Torres not a threat to steal on first base. And that one hit well by Riley Green, right center field. It is off the base of the wall. Torres slow round third coming home. Throw is not in time, and the Tigers are on the board. An RBI double for Riley Green.
All the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice.
Riley bails us out.
Could be a chance here
just a little bit.
Clawing back into this ballgame.
So runner at second, 2 down.
Just a little bit.
Next up for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson.
Here's Torque.
Flied to right his first time.
Ooh.
Swings through that one.
A second run in this spot right here would be just massive. Missed away.
Outside.
Oh.
Swings through that.
I don't get that fastball. All fastballs from Glasnow, 1 and 2. And that's outside.
With a breaking ball.
Torkelson 0 for 1. And up the middle, that one's going to get through. Green will round third and head home. It is 6-2.
RBI single. It's 6-2.
Everything came
Tigers showing some fight early.
Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked.
Yes, now multiple runs.
Manuel Margot.
And here is Manuel Margot.
He was late there, strike one. Go Chris through the early
Margot
stages.
for 1.
He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count.
Certainly was
He's
not
gonna need to
planning
get some
on
quick
him
outs
being
if
here.
He's going to get deeper into this game.
Out away.
Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. It is
It's a
interesting, though,
very
when you
late
consider
signing.
The way the game is run now doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are
Swing and a miss. 3 fastballs from Glasnow, more or less in the same spot.
They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors.
Right at the top of the zone, but the Tigers put 2 on the board against Glasnow. Smith, Pages, and Edmond. 6, 7, 8 up for LA.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, set for the bottom of the third, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
I mean, come on, Derek. Straighten this out here. Sinker's been a bad pitch for us, just overall.
Do a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive
2-0.
side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Oh, boy.
That's
Fastball. Finally got a corner call. Here's the 3-1. Rip foul.
So glad these
Somehow
ballparks
through.
have installed
You know what?
the
I kind of had a feeling we were going to
fans, keep
get
things safer
a
all
commentary
around the
line
league.
about the extended netting. We did just there. That went through the netting. And fouled away again.
And it remains 3-2.
No, they're not really swinging at any of our mistakes. And that's ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
We're not really putting them close enough for them to do it. That's a leadoff walk, and here's Andy Pages, 70. Pajes, okay. Wouldn't have guessed.
And that one clips the corner.
Drove in
On at first.
2 runs right after I said he was the lowest rated player in the Dodgers lineup today. And trying to do it again. Glaber with a flip to Javi. 2 for the price of 1 on opening day.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second.
Man, just think if we get that double play in the first inning, this is a whole hell of a lot different of a game.
It just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it. Like
2 away, Tommy Edman.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
Down the line, that's foul.
Ball, and it goes just
I'm going to be
foul.
so mad the first time we see one of those balls that start off in foul territory and hook back fair. As we've seen in Road to the
right
Show.
side,
Off the end of the bat from Edman.
Sends it to first.
Big inning
That
for
ends the
Tarek
inning.
Skubal. Faces
Nothing
only
doing for the
3
Dodgers
batters.
here. They lead it 6-2.
And right after we scored a couple runs, man, that feels so big. That too, I mean, I'm going to have to watch that back. I was fairly certain I was using Andy Ibanez, and I just ran right
Here's an
past
interesting
it.
note on Glass now. He's been known to look at photos of people he doesn't like before
Well,
he
Tyler
starts.
Glass now
It's a way
versus
for him
Colt
to kinda
Keith.
get
Colt
angry, and then
0 for 1.
he carries that anger out to the mound to help him pitch. Sounds like a good strategy to me, but I wonder who he's looking at. Well, these Tigers doing a great
57
job,
pitches
Boog,
for
just
Glass
waiting
now.
For the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at bats out of
Couple
them.
of really
They're doing
good
a job
fastballs.
of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs.
Close
across
one up
the
at the
score
top
as
of the
well.
zone. 2-seamer middle in.
Good
Wow.
looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Yeah, tough assignment.
Next for the Tigers,
Batter now,
the short-
Javier
Really
Baez.
tough assignment.
A single his first time.
Well, Javier Baez, 1 for 1 on the season. Pavi's batting 1,000.
And that
Fouled
one
off a slider. But those sliders low have been a pitch that just nobody in this lineup really has been able to make contact with, and Javi fouls that one off.
Javi Baez,
Call.
like fellow Puerto Rican Francisco Lindor, born in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, wait a minute.
But was drafted
We gotta
in the first round
mention
out
it.
of
When
high
is
school
it?
in
When is the
Florida.
first time we're gonna hear about Javi Baez tattoo?
One down, base is empty.
2 and 1 on
outside.
Baez.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that is cut on and missed. That is strike 2.
He has a tendency
I know.
to chase out of the zone.
Right, mid at
That
bat.
slider that's down. That's one of his money pitches to
2
get
and
that
2.
swing and miss.
And
That's
down
down
low, full on Baez. And into right field, and unbelievably, Javier Baez is 2 for 2. 1 out single for Baez,
And now, the catcher
and
comes
now
up to him,
one
Jake
Rake Rogers.
Got
Went
started
after
a
it.
little too early. Strike 1.
Oh, slow that
Stadium was
fastball
also the
down.
home
Not
of
many
Los
have been
Angeles
sub
for 4 years. In the
96
1960s,
from Glass
while they
down. That one
waited
came
for
across
Anaheim Stadium to be
95.
built. When the Angels were playing games at home
Oh.
instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez
That
Ravine
break on
Stadium.
that 12-6 just so good. It's still a good swing on that there from Rogers, just bad contact. Up and
That
in,
one ran
1 and
inside,
2.
almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Down the line, foul!
And
Got an
foul ball.
85-mile-an-hour hanging
Down by
12-6.
4 here on opening day.
Couldn't straighten that out. Missed the edge, 2 and 2. 70 pitches for Glass now. In the
Out towards
air,
right center
it's
field.
not hit very well.
Sizes this one
And
up.
especially with that wind coming in from center,
And he makes
home
the
runs
catch.
are not going to be very likely. Honestly, for either team, I'm not sure anybody's going to get closer than Riley Green did.
So, man aboard.
shouldn't say that.
Here's the center fielder, Ryan
Shohei Ohtani
Kreidler.
does exist.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up
Well,
more of a fight in this
Death. Ryan Kreidler's here.
And first offering is fouled off.
3-pitch
Baez,
strikeout his
the
first
runner at
time.
First with 2 gone.
And a 6-2 opening day score here, top 4.
I got 1 ball, 1
I
strike.
don't know where the ball is. Didn't get far enough away from Will Smith anyway. No harm done on that. Kreidler with his 34 contact, 33 power. Yeah.
1-1 now. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
This might be one of the worst players we've had on Tigers franchise ever. At least in terms of pure hitting attributes, he's got to be worse than Dixon Machado. That'll miss away.
2-2.
At the very least, it's a longer at-bat from Kreidler this time. 3-pitch strikeout his first time up. Ooh. That was actually timed fairly well, but it's a skill issue with Kreidler.
2 outs.
In the dirt. Another
In
good
the
block
dirt.
from Will Smith. Didn't get very far away. And Kreidler has worked this full. He's fouled off some good fastballs, unfortunately, on some of them. I think one of those pitches we actually had a pretty good chance at.
3-2 now. Cut
Yeah.
out and miss. Struck him
He just
out.
changed the eye level with that
Strikeout
fastball.
number
Just
7.
fooled me. That's not even on
They're
Kreidler
still
being
trailing
bad.
Here. It's 6-2.
This Glass now hadn't seen a fastball down the entire AB. Really hasn't thrown that pitch much at all. Kreidler down on strikes for the second time.
Ready to go. Bottom
Well,
four.
Miguel
Here's the
Rojas,
second baseman.
9-1-2 for LA.
Rojas.
Right
Good
there
first
for a
pitch
strike.
from Tarek. 6 runs in the first 2 innings for LA. For the
Pitches
moment,
in
nothing
for a strike.
since.
0-2 now.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches
The
were
0-2.
down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit
Oh.
higher because you'll have a tendency
Man, the
to
first 2
chase
pitches were
if
so
you look down in that
good.
area.
And then I go ahead and make a
I'd say
mistake with a curveball like
pitch
that.
in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch
Brutal,
to hit
man.
right there.
The
You
first
have to
baseman, number
expand the
5,
zone.
ready.
Keep that leadoff man off
Freeman.
first base.
So the batting order turns over.
Dodgers
So now it's
can
Freddie
hurt
Freeman.
you
He's
at
2 for
any
2.
point in the order.
That
Sinker
misses.
low to
And
Freeman.
That's ball 1.
Count
Nobody
1-0.
out. Runner at first.
56 pitches for Tarek.
And that
Slider
jumps
gets
in
the
for a
outside
strike.
edge. Trying to force another one of those double play balls. Not on that.
That's inside.
2-1. In the air.
Fly ball
Long
right
run
center.
for Manuel Margot, who makes the
there's one
play. Margot not quick at all. Speed in the 50s, but able to catch up to that ball in the right center field gap.
Here's Betts.
Up next
Both
for the
2
Dodgers.
in this
One away
That's
for
shortstop.
Mookie Betts. And for all the Dodgers' success, Mookie 0 for 2.
And strike 1 to Mookie Betts.
Margot Marwent. True. He went far. Ooh.
Strike 2.
Good late
One of the
single.
worst swings
Fastball
I've
out of the
seen
hand
from a
looks so
Dodger in
good,
this
and then
game.
By the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to
Curveball,
it.
knuckle curve below the zone. Fouled away there by Betts.
Gonna count
Wouldn't
1-2.
chase it. We just haven't put those heaters away from these right-handers really anywhere close most of this game. Got him
On
looking!
strikes he goes. And he's registered 3 Ks
Mookie
in
Betts
this
0
one.
for 3. There's
man,
Tarek's
just
third
locked him up with
strikeout.
that slider.
Didn't throw that great, but good enough.
You all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it
You see
clearly
me
was not
fiddling
that
with my
pitch.
hat, by the way. You ever broken in a new hat? It's hard. Hard work. Here's Ohtani.
Ohtani stands in with
2 for
away
2, and
as
we
he
just got to
knows the
make
ball.
sure that if you make a mistake, it's not catastrophic.
Ball 2.
Especially with 2 away, not a quick runner
Sometimes take a little
in
bit off
front of
velocity,
him.
try
We
to get a
have,
roll or something on the
they
ground.
changed all
Stay
these
away
buttons
from that
around
big
on me.
hole on the right
I
side
don't
of
remember
the
how to
infield.
check the lineup anymore. How do you? How do you? Can you not? Oh, right, this is the new bullpen screen. Oh, that kind of throws me off a little bit. Max Muncy, another left-hander, due up next. Good fastball there from Tarek. We'll step off, actually.
Now he steps off.
You pick green,
Nothing doing.
so yes, you might be the only one that has. Don't make a mistake here.
And
We
strike
did,
two.
but it
That
worked.
pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle. Doesn't
2
get
and
a
2 on
swing. Not
Shohei.
very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Slider didn't do a lot there from Tarek. Perfect timing on the meter. Just did nothing. Seen that a couple
That's towards
times.
center.
Otani to center.
Kreidler drifts towards
Ryan Kreidler moves in, and Shohei
it.
is
And that's the
retired
third
for the
out.
first
Somebody
time
can
today.
do
So
anything with the leadoff
Tarek
single
Skubal,
there.
last
On
two
to the top
innings,
of the fifth we go.
really
It's the
trying to keep the Tigers
6,
in this
Tigers
game.
2.
The offense has to do its part now.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Wait a minute. We're like 4 or 5 innings into this game. We got early season projections? By the way, they did it to us again. They said that our season is pretty much over before it started. You know, maybe they could be one of those teams that just goes on a run, sneaks into the playoffs, almost like this team did a year ago. Well, top of the order against Tyler Glasnow, who is nearing the end of his opening day start. 78 pitches in. Ibanez 0 for 1 with a walk.
Glass now back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Tigers
Certainly felt
just
like that
aren't
was a
putting
pitch we
great
could have
swings on the
gotten, and
baseball in
yes.
this one. Just one
Yes, it
extra
was.
base hit for them, so
0 for
they
1.
haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to
Or
gap.
0 and
But
1
the ball
rather.
one,
Slider
that
will
makes
miss
it
away.
really difficult to generate runs.
Ground ball foul.
Left side, and that's just
And of course,
foul.
Andy Ibanez is not going to be facing many right-handers this year. Going to be in the lineup just about every game possible against the left-handers.
Pitch
Down
misses.
low.
And now 2
Count
balls
goes even.
and 2 strikes. And down on strikes. Strikeout.
Wow!
Now batting. The
You
second
can't
baseman,
like that call.
He's 0 for 1.
Torres.
You just can't love it. Ibanez punched out.
And that one
David
upstairs,
Torres
ball
looks at a
1.
fastball
Torres,
up
multi-time All-Star,
too high.
28 years old, and he was born in Venezuela.
84 pitches for Glasnow.
Swings
Went after
over
it.
the top of
And he
that
slowed it all the way down to
And a ball,
92. I know his energy's in the red, but he's still got some. Is the fastball for the two-seam 94 to 99?
Love how vocal the umpire is today.
I mean, Tyler
No
Glasnow
doubt.
still
In the hitter's
pumping
mind,
in
the catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind.
strikes, although the last two
conviction in the call.
fastballs, just no velocity on them. Ground ball to third.
Muncy.
Torres will be out
2
number
down.
2.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air.
So we'll see
Brings the
Riley
defense
Green.
right behind him with another ground
Drove
ball.
in a run, scored a run.
2 down, base is empty. Now the left fielder.
2 away in the
Riley
inning.
Green.
In the air, center field, and that ball is caught out there in center.
And that is that.
Line drive, Tommy Edman covered the ground to get in the gap. Oh man, I'm very excited about Riley Green after what we've seen. The strikeout in the first AB, but he's hit the ball hard
We
2
head to the
times
bottom of the
since.
fifth. And now Max
Third baseman.
Muncy.
Well, 70 pitches for Tarek, the end of his night, certainly not too far away either. Popped up.
Swing and a pop-up.
First pitch to
Foul
Muncy,
territory for the
foul
catcher.
territory for Jake Rogers.
Rogers hauls
Pitch
it
went
in,
out.
and there's 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging
Now
breaking
batting,
ball
the
right
left
there. I
fielder,
think he tried to do a little
Teoscar.
bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get
At
really
bat.
big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it
Bailed
out.
out a little bit on that one. That was not a good slider.
Hernandez, batting
Change
with
up
1
in the
down,
zone.
takes a strike.
Teoscar Hernandez, and now it'll just be a battle. Assuming we don't come back here today. It's not looking very likely, but you never know. To just not leave LA defeated. That one hit hard. That's going to get over Riley Green's head. Ground rule double. Teoscar Hernandez. Green had a chance at that for a second. It's just yet another mistake up in the zone and maybe a different route to that ball. Things would have gone a little bit different.
It's going to be Will Smith.
Down the line, Andy couldn't get there. And it flirts with getting past Riley Green. Throw nowhere near good enough, and it's 7-2 Dodgers.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's
RBI
really
double
the game down, and it's
for Will
like
Smith.
He's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells
Odds
me
were
that
stacked
he is
against
seeing it
this
like a beach ball.
from the very beginning.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2 with a 2-run
Well,
single back in the first.
Bullpen action for sure. Why is our entire bullpen just listed as cold when they haven't thrown pitches yet? I want to see what Tommy Kahnle's capable of doing. We'll go Tommy Kahnle and Brant Herter in the pen.
Pitch is in there.
Tell you this, the
Strike
sinker
one.
has not been a good pitch for us
Smith,
really all
the
day.
runner at second with 1 away. And there's a
Fouled away by Pajes. Curve.
Pitches
Oh my God, what a
downstairs.
take. Got him looking.
Down looking.
Strikeout for Skubal. That is
The
his
center
fourth.
fielder, number
And here
25,
comes Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Two-way for Tommy Edman.
Ball one.
I mean,
no
it's
strikes.
just that miss with the sinker has been off the plate away all day.
Yeah, that's fouled
Slowed
off.
down that changeup, and it's fouled away by Edman. Fastball. He started that swing
Two
so
outs.
quick.
And 1 in scoring position.
Slider
Ball
fouled
still
away to the
1
other
and 2
side.
count.
Got him.
Swing and a miss, and Skubal gets the
Probably
strikeout.
the end of Skubal's night. Just a
Dodgers
really
with the run
unfortunate
scoring
start
It's now
here
a
in this
7-2
one. Will
ball
Smith
game.
down the left field line. Andy Ibanez gave it everything he had. Tigers down 5 as we head to the 6th inning and out of the bullpen as if today hasn't been rough enough. Now, I know this isn't prime Clayton Kershaw, but it's still Clayton Kershaw. So we got a left-hander on the mound, though, which is good because that's what this lineup is designed to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league
Torkelson
level.
drove in a run in this game. Back in the 3rd.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Lake trying.
I know, I don't have to get the laptop out so I can have the game on.
Also throwing.
We have Red Wings hockey after this because it just never stops.
Next off,
Just
he's
low
downstairs.
From
Just
Kershaw.
missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he
I would
gets a swing and miss
say
or called
it's a
strike,
much
0-2
better
count.
matchup
Instead,
for
it's
Torque
1-1.
here against
Look for him to
Kershaw.
go back to
His
that pitch
attributes
later
are
in this
actually
at-bat.
fairly even this year. Contact and power versus both lefties and righties.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Jesus
1 ball,
Christ, that's
2 strikes.
the fastball Kershaw has these days. 88 to 92.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out.
The
So that's
splitter
square
I
in the
didn't even
hand. It
think
just sort
about.
of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a
Here's
fastball
Manuel
again.
Margot.
Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it, and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a
Ball
split
1, no
finger
strike.
fastball because it looks like a four-seamer.
Certainly not too late
Dodgers leading by 5
to start a
here
rally.
on
And with the
opening
lead
day.
where it is, I mean, they could anticipate Kershaw eating up 3-4 innings here. And in the air from
Lifted in the air,
Margot.
right center field.
That will get
And it
down.
falls.
First
So a man
hit is a
going out, 1
Tiger.
away.
to the opposite field. A little blooper from Manuel Margot.
Better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Colt Keith getting ready to hit.
Now this is where this gets tough. Colt Keith, left-hander. Now, if his attributes are as they were a year ago, he's still perfectly usable against lefties. And slicing, that one gets through. Slider missed right down the middle from Kershaw. What?
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect.
Margot never moved. Oh my God. Well, Javier Baez is 2 for 2. Ground ball. Going to be a tough play. Roll on to first. They'll get Baez to end the inning.
Baez gone in the play. That ends the frame. One hit, one left.
Trying to start a rally, and Manuel Margot never left first base. He stayed there. He never moved.
And we're back.
Man, that blows. Bullpen, different buttons. So, couple of righties are due up. The lefty to worry about is Freddie Freeman. Also feel like we need better indicators as to who you got warming up other than just a little line in here. Oh, I see what that cold bit is there now, though. Okay, though. That makes a little bit more sense. So we will throw in Tommy Kahnle.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Tommy
Making
Kahnle.
his Tigers debut.
Coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big.
Just figured we'd use this as an opportunity to really see what Kahnle's got.
Find a way because these batters count the same.
First pitch is fouled away
regardless
by
of the
Miguel
score.
Rojas.
You know, these Dodgers digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one.
I mean, it's very small sample size. Could also just be a Tarek Skubal control issue here on opening day. Swinging a minute. There's a 3-pitch strikeout for Kahnle.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch.
And we did not time things up very well.
Good action at the end. You know,
Boy, oh
even
boy.
if he gets the bat to that ball, it's
Never got
just a weak
that
ground ball to the opposite side.
confidence with Skubal here today.
Fastball for a strike.
1-1 on Freddie Freeman, 2 for 3.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at bats in that way. Boogie's, you know, just trying to stay
1
with the
and
plan.
2
And that
Freed.
plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it
into
travel.
center, right
That one
at
is lifted in the
Ryan
air.
Kreidler.
Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs.
Well,
bases
Mookie
empty.
Betts
Here's Mookie Betts.
had no success
0 for
against
3,
Skubal.
A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That's
Sinker
in for a
in
strike at
from
95,
Kahnle.
and it's 0-1.
Slider, swing and a
One
miss.
for strike 2.
What a debut inning so far for Tommy Kahnle.
And that just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch.
That was strike 3, and the inning continues. Now fouled away by Betts. Fouled away again. You never like it when it starts to trend this way. Check swing did not go. It's 2 and 2. How close was this? We got hosed again. Strike 4 thrown by Kahnle. And now a ground ball to Andy Ibanez. He decided to field this one. Not many ground balls here in this game. Got a little scary there with the umps and Mookie, but it's a 1-2-3 debut for Tommy Kahnle here in Detroit as the Tigers trail by 5.
We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers 0 for 2.
Kershaw, a multi-Cy Young Award winner.
Disgusting.
A slider, a 4-seamer,
Disgusting that Clayton Kershaw still has that.
Works in a splitter.
Fouled away.
Foul.
Timed that fairly well, trying to hit that the other way, and no
0-2.
good. And popped
Swing
up.
and a ball popped up. Freeman.
On the infield, it is a big issue with this Tigers
Puts it
team,
away for the
contact.
out. And there's one down.
There are very few that you could say actually have good contact, and you know, we battled through it last year, and we're gonna have to do the same this year.
Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
0 for 2 is Ryan Kreidler.
Kreidler up to the plate for the third time as he looks at one down low.
Regardless
One out,
of how it
bases
went, some
empty.
positives to take away from this game. Skubal allowed 1 run in the 3 innings. Once we started to kind of figure some things out, and
The 1-0.
of course the offense has been better than how we started. You got to think, half of the Dodgers' hits came in the first inning.
Next
Check
pitch
outside.
misses. 2-1.
Ryan Kreidler being in the lineup is also not a lot of fun. Wenzel Perez, Matt Vierling, Parker Meadows, come back whenever you want.
One down, base is empty.
And
On the
right
ground,
to
side.
second.
Rojas.
Rojas
And
throwing
2 away
time.
to
That's
start
out
the
number 2.
7th. Now the third baseman, Andy Ibanez.
Well, here's Andy Ibanez, the matchup you want.
Strikeouts.
Very good contact against left-handers.
And there's
Stays
a strike
away,
on the
does
outside
Kershaw.
corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just
Nasty
got the corner.
slider.
There's nothing you can really do with that.
And
Inside.
there's the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way.
One of the
and that
few
coach did a good job to straighten him
lefty
up a bit.
specialists
Mission
on
accomplished.
this roster, Andy Ibanez. With some decent power, and even though that wind is nasty coming in from center, might have a go at trying to hit something out. Down the line and fouls.
Foul ball.
It's the case that just got to straighten our stuff up. That's for sure.
2 down, nobody on.
Down the right field line, and Ibanez is going to have extra bases here on this.
Second. The throw in.
Andy Ibanez with a 2-out opposite field double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some. So that
And
was
there it
nicely
is, and the
done
first
to beat
time we
the
can
odds.
say it in
He
game
really
this
shot that
year.
one down the right field line and somehow found a way
Taxes
to
and
keep
Andy
it from
Ibanez
slicing foul.
getting
One
hits
thing that was
against
great about the
lefties.
approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you
You
do
see
it.
why I was excited when we could have had the prospect of facing
Here is
Blake
Gleyber
Snell
Torres.
today? I mean, Gleyber Torres is a little bit of the same thing as Ibanez. Much better chances against the left-hander.
That
Oh,
one hammered
my
center field.
goodness, Gleyber Torres! As we see the new No Doubter animation, Gleyber Torres
Oh, muscle
drives
to
the
center
first
field.
home
And
run
they
of the
close the
season
gap. It's
to
7-4.
straightaway
They
center.
needed that one, Singy.
Indeed, they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and
Believe
just like
it
that,
or
they're
not,
back in it.
the Tigers are back in it. Down 3.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really
Well,
good
it's-
swing there, patient,
you know,
waiting for it. It was
If
like
only
BP
we
all
had
over
one.
again.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's Riley Green.
Can't have a rally thong without having a rally thong, you know.
Strike on the inside corner.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that? We've got the goddamn rally thong. We are, by the way, when we break this thing out, there it is. We are going to keep track of the record of the rally thong. And I'm not going to do it every single time. But every single time we need a rally. But it's here. So rally thong for the first time. For real. I bought that when you showed it to me. I have sat on that forever. Not literally. Green with a foul ball, 0-2. Honestly, this is probably a bad time to bring out the rally thong, but it's here. That'll miss away to Riley Green.
One ball, 2 strikes the count.
That's upstairs. Yeah, how do we regain cabin pressure there? That is no joke. Sat in my closet for, I mean, I don't know when that thing started, when we first talked about that, maybe last July. It's been up there almost that whole time. That'll miss low to Green. So the rally thong puts its undefeated record to the test. And Green back up the middle. Oh, what a chance at a play. Riley Green is on base, and now it is Torkelson.
Now batting. Designated
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kershaw will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new.
Depending on the move Dave Roberts makes here, I think there is a golden opportunity to bring Kerry Carpenter into the game. Kirby Yates.
He's making his second appearance of the season.
This is a bold call by LA, I think. I don't know how good Kirby Yates is anymore. We've got the DH spot up in Torque. I don't know how to sub anymore. They went around and fucked the buttons up on me. There it is. We've got Torque here, but we could also wait one spot and let Carpenter play in right field, assuming Kirby Yates starts the next inning. Torque has a hit against the righty. I'm going to give him a chance. 3-pitch pitcher is Yates. Oh, my God.
Freeman.
Oh. Fastball, middle of the plate. And Torque popped it right up on the infield. Gleyber Torres goes deep. And we have met the rally thong.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our
for the
game.
Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei.
What an odd opening day it has been. 7 earned runs on Scooble's night. Rebounded a little bit. Wound up with 5 strikeouts. We'll try and do better the next time out with Tarek. 2 lefties due up, so we will go for the first time ever in Tigers franchise to Brant Herter.
They're looking for quality pitches out of him right here.
One of the more reliable left-handers that we have. Swing and a miss. And he's got to face the best of the best right now. Shohei Ohtani. Ooh, a sweeper. First time I get to throw one.
He gets swings and misses.
In the air to center. We made a mistake with it, but Ryan Kreidler will move in. High in the air from Ohtani. And that's out number 1. Good 6th inning from Tommy Canely. Fouled away there by Herter, or by Muncy rather, off of Brant Herter. Change up. We got hosed again. So not much on the fastball for Brant. Fouled away by Muncy. 2 strikes. Missed with a sweeper.
Misses to even the count.
I really don't want to test him with a fastball up and in, but I'm going to try.
That one is upstaiers.
Way to lay off that
3-2 here on Muncie.
Right, you're looking for something you
Right-hander and
see well that you can
Teoscar
handle, but
Hernandez.
you also have to keep
Up
the
next.
discipline so that you're not popping up.
Got him
pitches
looking
that
on the
are too high.
sweeper.
That's a
Strikeout for Brant Herter.
There.
Now batting,
Here's
the left
Teoscar
fielder.
Hernandez.
I knew. I have planned
Try hit the
to
ball
tell
off
you
the
guys
ball.
about
That's what he
that
loves to do.
on opening day. Ever since I got it. Swing and a miss by Hernandez.
All ones the count.
Man, if it pays off here on opening day, holy shit. Change up in the air. It's right at Manuel Margot. Thankfully. Brant Herter also comes on and does the job. We head to the 8th. Tigers with a chance.
We're at the top of the 8th, and now the right fielder, Manuel Margot.
So we will go to the bench, wherever the bench is. There it is. Manuel Margot's Tigers debut over. Now, of course, going to Kerry Carpenter would be much better with runners on base. But maybe Carp can become one of those runners on base. Somebody else can drive him in. Carpenter against Kirby Yates.
And that one just misses. A ball
Would
in those
not
strikes.
be surprised at all if Yates works
around
around
Try
it.
to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swing and a miss. And it's
Nasty
1-1.
splitter down and in. Knew it
Pitcher's
as soon
perspective, that's a
as I started that
beautiful
swing. That
splitter
wasn't going
right there. As a hitter, you don't
result
like
in
it,
much.
But he's commanded his fastball, and out of
1-1
that same
on
tunnel,
Carpenter.
that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Just off the
to.
inside edge.
Winds up being a good take. Nearly 50,000. The attendance for opening day here in LA.
On that fastball.
That certainly felt like it got on me a lot faster than 94, but 2-2.
Swings through that
Down
one.
goes
Strikeout.
Carpenter, splitter in the dirt.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right
It's
there.
unfortunate,
Exactly
but
where you want it with 2
other
strikes
guys
to
in
get
the
that
lineup
swing
are going to
and
have
miss.
to
He's worked very
get
hard to be
something
able to
done.
command that
Colt
pitch.
Keith, a good
It's
candidate
tough
to
pitch
do
get a
so.
grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he
86
wants to.
contact, 84 power, and first at bat with Carpenter on the season does not go well. And a ground ball, not very hard contact from Colt Keith, despite good timing.
Couple of quick outs.
Those plays can be tricky.
Tigers
They're
are
routine,
down
but
to
that doesn't
their
mean it's always gonna be
final
smooth. He delivered
4
a good
outs.
play right there.
2 down bases.
Well, what a
empty.
start to the season for Javi
digs it
Baez,
right
2
side.
for 3. Ground ball
Swing and a
again.
ground ball up the middle.
The contact, those last two from Keith and Baez, good timing on both of them. It's just a contact issue, and that's unfortunate.
End of a 7-4 score.
Tigers down 3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And I guess we're going to have to rock Brant Herter back
Standing the
out
game
here.
on defense, Kerry Carpenter. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter.
Number 30.
Will Smith to the plate. First
So,
round pick out of Louisville in
Carpenter
2016.
to play right. Back to the bullpen. Again, wherever it is. And let's get Will Vest up. Also Tyler Holton. How do you, Oh, you have to mound visit from that screen now. Strange. Strange. Well, Herter versus Will Smith
Herter back
here in
to
the 8th.
work.
In the air to left center field, and Will Smith goes deep.
To the Town and gone.
First pitch of the 8th inning,
Chris, he's
and
already
Will
back to
Smith,
back
who
games
is
now.
been going off all
He's got his
game,
timing locked in. He's
might have
pretty
just capped
dangerous
this
at the
one
dish
off.
right now. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes is Herter Gonna have to face at least
In
one
there
more
to
batter
Mees for
here
a strike.
before our
Tall
bullpen is
lefty,
ready.
26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in
Oy.
2021. Missed with a changeup. 1-1.
One ball, one
Always
strike.
exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That's
Missed
off the
again,
inside
2-1.
corner, and a count 2-1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom
2-1.
half of the 8th inning.
And that one's gonna get
And
down.
that's a base hit.
Pages goes the other way for his second hit on opening day.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so
Well,
much
to
more
the
likely to get
bullpen.
something
I don't know
you
why
can
they
handle. Pretty much a
needed to mess
funnel
with the
swing
buttons
on
at
that
all.
one as he ripped it into the
Switch
opposite
hitter
field
righty
gap.
lefty. Oh,
I'm
well,
sure
that
he's gonna be
sounds like
watching
we
that
could
one
be
back on
boned.
video because
Let's
that's the
not
kind of
use
swing you wanna
Holton.
follow.
He's in that
So
closer role right now. Let's go to Will Vest.
Pitching for the
Will
Tigers.
Vest.
Just to try and give ourselves a
Man, we
chance
all
here
know
on
about
opening
a
day.
slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the
Will
game, I'd
Vest.
say. Spin rate's
Sinker
very high
fouled
and just
away.
breaks a ton.
By Edmund. Nobody out here in the 8th.
Outside with a breaking ball.
2 Dodgers hits already in the inning. Swing and a miss.
swing and
Good
a miss.
fastball just
Wow, good luck catching
over the
that
top
one.
of the zone. And not going to be able to get 2 here on this. Baez to first.
And very nicely done for the out.
Time and Dynasty legend, Will Vest, yes.
Miguel
Now
Rojas
back,
will hit
second
next.
baseman. Richard
Somebody out there is facing P5 Will Vest on a regular basis, and it's probably very perplexing.
Just missed.
Slow there on Rojas. Certainly not an intentional walk scenario.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you
Fastball
get in batting
in.
practice. But off the velocity of the fastball,
1 and 2 on
that is a
Rojas.
very
Freeman
tough
due up
pitch
next.
to adjust to.
And a ground ball will advance the runner to third.
Slinging
Throw
into
from
first in
Torres.
time.
So runner on third,
First
2
baseman,
away.
number 5,
Freddie
Freddie.
Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Freeman.
2 for 4 on the day.
And immediately pumps in a
We need
strike
Will
to the
Vest to
left-handed hitter.
Pitch his best right here. And slicer. Oh, handled by Baez. Throw to first.
First, and Freeman is
And the
retired.
deficit
That ends the
will
inning
be
and
4
stops things from getting out of hand.
heading to the
Dodgers
9th
add
inning.
one to
But
their
Will
lead in the
Smith
solo
goes
over.
deep.
Last
Makes
chance
it a
coming up here for
4-run
the
game.
Tigers.
8-4 LA.
We go to the 9th. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Jake Rogers.
Well, it is Jake Rogers. Kirby Yates appears that he's going to try and finish this thing out.
Swing and a ball
Swing
lifted
into center.
Edmund going after
Tommy
it.
Edmund moves in,
Throws
makes
it
the
in
catch.
for the out. One away.
Thought that had a chance to drop there for a second. And now Ryan Kreidler.
To track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ball one.
In now, takes ball 1
Of
off
all the
plate.
pitches, I mean, Yates
Activity in
has
the
given us
bullpen.
plenty to
Blake
hit.
Trinan up and throwing. Garcia,
Sucks we
the
wasted
lefty,
that at bat
warming
there.
up as well. Swing and a
1-1
miss.
on
Instead of letting the
Kreidler.
hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The next offering misses.
Oddly enough, they're messing
Pretty easy to
around
give
with
up on that
Kreidler.
pitch right there. Started on the edge of the
2-1.
plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Comes up empty.
He just can't
That's
hit
strike
anything.
2.
He can't touch
2 strikes.
anything, especially in that location.
The 2-2.
Oh, yes, he can!
That's through for a base
Ryan
hit.
Kreidler with his first hit of the
One out hit
season
turns the lineup over.
is going to at least
Andy
make the
Ibanez
Dodgers
now to
sweat
play.
Ibanez.
a little bit more. Andy Ibanez. Right back up the middle. That gets by Kirby Yates.
Base hit. And now
Kreidler will stop at second base. With still only one away here in the ninth.
You often hear the phrase short to it, long through it.
And here we go.
That's a great example of it right there.
Dave Roberts with a move to the pen yet again. He's been playing with house money really all day. To be honest, you're really always playing with house money as the manager of the Dodgers. Let's be serious here.
So they turn to their
Well, on the
closer,
mound, Evan Phillips. 2 games this year. No save opportunities, an ERA of 18.
2 on, 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter.
I'm not sure this is actually their closer.
He's already homered in this game.
Gleyber Torres, a home run that brought us within 3 at the time.
And
Went after a sinker and it's foul.
Kreidler, the lead runner out at second. Ibanez over at first with 1 away.
Saw first pitch sinker.
They send it away.
Went around on that. Oh, man. It's really shooting ourselves right here. He hit the outside edge. We chased 2 balls low, and then he just pumped one in.
Here's the left fielder, Riley Green.
Good news is, Riley Green had a pretty good day. 2 for 4.
And the sweeper catches the plate.
Oh! That's disgusting. 0-1. In the air to right. Not deep. The Tigers with a little bit of a valiant effort here on opening day to come back after a really rough start. But the Dodgers are opening day winners.
Ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created
5-run first really comes down to be the difference. We just got to be better from that point forward. Just a big problem just all the way around with pitching at the start of this game. Unfortunate the way it ended. 8-4 final. Glasnow to win. Skubal the loss, and Phillips comes on and does earn a save.